Well, good morning, guys. So as promised some time ago, when I was tearing down the signpost, the old gas station signpost out at where my shop used to be here in hometown, I said I wanted to look around where my grandpa's gas station. What happened to this belt? I think either I put on some serious pounds this Christmas or something's going on. Anyway, my goodness, I can't even get the buckle. Is there a twist in this thing? Anyway, I am where my great-grandpa first had a gas station here on the corner of town, and then after World War II, Grandpa bought him out. I'm clearly gonna have to adjust this. This is incredible. And he ran this full-service gas station and repair shop late 60s, up until late 60s, maybe early 70s, can't remember exactly. And then he and Dad did some other things, and then eventually they built that shop farther in town there. So I've come out here a couple times in the past, and I found some interesting things, but I want to give it at least one more shot. So let's take a look. Sun's just coming up. It's just below freezing. There's just a light frost on everything. I packed gloves. I must have put them in the duffel bag, you know, the suitcase, and not in my digging bag because I don't have them. So this is going to be fun as far as that goes. We've got a wheat stubble field here where he double cropped soybeans. And as you can see, a soybean field without any rain just doesn't prosper too well. Let's take a look here. So there was a drive where the pickup is that got you into this yard, and then you can see a drive coming off the highway there. And so the little gas station sat right in here somewhere. I know there's the remains of cement or a concrete pad here somewhere. I'm not seeing it now. It can't be too terribly far. Really, all I've dug up, mostly what I've dug up, not all, are, you know, bottle pop caps and the metal ends to the oil quarts, the cylinder, you know, the oil cans. Once they turned to cardboard, and then they just had the metal ends, and I found a lot of those in here. But I'm going to spread out. Of course, this was probably, all the cement was torn out, most of it, and everything was really moved around. This all would have been graveled. Most of that probably got scooped out when it went back to farmland. So really the outskirts is what I need to concentrate on. In the past, I've just concentrated on right around where the actual building was. There has to have been many coins dropped, you know, throughout its, who knows what, 40, 50 year history of this gas station being here. So let's get to work. Well, my first hole was a vintage Coors can, probably circa 1995, blown in from the ditch. But I found something that looks promising. Kind of looks like there's a hole in the center of it right now. So 84 is what we're ringing. No, we got a dime. And it is a Roosevelt, but she's, let's see what year, 55 maybe, 58, silver dime. That's more like it. Oops. Somebody was trying to buy a pop and lost it. So here's a better piece of what I was talking about. It's the old oil can ends. I've dug a bunch of aluminum already, like that, and from pop cans. You see, this is just solid black clay, and of course it's got a lot of gravel mixed in with it, and then we've had a lot of moisture now, so it's kind of frozen. So it's a lot of fun, but I'm sure glad to be here. Any little bit of family history I can dig up here from the, you know, kind of the heyday, the glory days of a time period I missed, and I regret missing. Anything I can pull out of the dirt here, I'm happy with. So anyway, onward and upward. Oh, I put a different battery in this thing a little while ago, and I had it, it's acting dead. I put the battery in my pocket and I used it once and it worked. Now it's acting like that again, so. Where'd you go? Another piece of this stuff. I don't know, it's really lightweight and it's really rough. It acts like it's, I don't know what it is. To me, brass would be, I mean, it's like cardboard. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I also spotted the last remaining heavy piece of cement right here, so I don't know exactly what this was, but it started out just a little one room with an awning gas station, and then Grandpa built onto it a service bay, and then or maybe at the same time, I don't know, and a car wash. So it tripled or quadrupled in size eventually. So I don't know what sat where exactly, but anyway, I'm kind of in the back 40 behind the station here. A lot of rock and a lot of brick I'm seeing. Look at the length of this guy. I'll get you back in the ground soon enough. Well, where are you? Oh, another lid. Okay, little guy. Well, there's a nifty little specimen. I think it's just a screw-on cap, so not very old at all. Oh, it even has the ingredients on the cap. Contains carbonated water. I never knew it. Well, I just got a pop top. You know, that could be a car product or Vienna sausages, for that matter. Who knows? And a wheel weight. Exciting stuff. I was sitting here trying to unfold this and understand what it was. I was like, is that part of a toy? I mean, it's very light. No, that's, of all people, I should... That's an aluminum Chevy bow tie inlay. I have no idea what year. Probably off a big truck. Okay. It was way underneath gravel, which, you know, farming, that can get churned up pretty easy. But, oh, brother. Well, I see rust on this. Now, it was ringing up higher than normal. Ah, because it's very good metal. Nice ball peen hammerhead. Wonder who Grandpa threw that at. No, he'd never. He was not that kind. Oh yeah, that'll work. My feet gained a pound or two. All right. Well, guys, it's a little past 9 o'clock. I'm due back at the house to help deep fry Veronica. Kind of my ethnic background, German, maybe partly Russian, Prussian, because they went through there, through Russia, on their way to America. Who knows where it all came up. Kind of a low German ethnic meal. I don't know if pierogies, I think that's Polish, if that's similar, but basically it's like a little fried pie full of dried cottage cheese. You deep fry it. Some traditions boil it first and then fry it. We just deep fry it. And then you put white gravy, sausage gravy, or my mom has in the past made it with ham. Put that over the top, and then you have German sausage on the side, and oh, my absolute favorite ethnic meal from the background I come from. It is wonderful. I could eat a dozen of them, which is great for you, I'm sure. Kept you going in the fields, you know, all day long. So, anyway, I am one silver dime richer and one hammerhead richer, and half a Chevy emblem, and maybe 3 cents worth of aluminum. My bag is full of it. But now, if you were with me when I took down the shop sign at Grandpa's shop, the one I grew up in, the one I took over for a year or two before moving out to where we live now, I told you then I can get in there. I have permission to go in there. So we're just going to look around, and so we'll see you there. Now this field, the first time I was there, it was tilled. It had been disked, and so a disked field is a prime field for metal detecting. Ever since then, I've never hit it right. It's always got a crop on it, or stubble on it. The first time I found what is still one of my favorite relics that I've ever found metal detecting. And so I won't end this video till I get home, and I'm going to show you guys that, because that was certainly before I was filming anything. So we are here. I am going to get in, and we'll take a look around. Okay, I'm going to have to kind of stumble through this because a lot has changed in here, but obviously this was the entryway when you came in the door. We always had pegboard here, I believe, with things for sale. Now this is owned by, I suppose, the city, the county, I don't know, and they park response vehicles in here. So great use to keep this thing. I think they need to come in and clean a little, but they got their fireman apparatus here. This was always old school linoleum, and then it angled off from this corner over to there, had trim on it, and then there was a refrigerator here. Grandpa always had stocked with the Pepsis, you know, and I'll show you that in a minute. And they've come in and they've put nice modernized doors in here. We always had, it was the bottom layer was aluminum, and then every section above that was, they were all glass basically, and I don't think we ever had an opener. We just lifted it up by hand, and they had the little portal on the bottom so we could run cars in here in the wintertime and stick the rubber hose out the portal on the exhaust pipe. Looks like they've taken all the lifts out. When I was in here, they were still both pneumatic lifts in ground. This one was a 2-poster, and then we had a whole apparatus here with the controls, all the air pipes and everything, and you had to stand back there and raise and lower it. The center was a single post in ground, so just a big cylinder in the center, and that was cool because, you know, they were totally unsafe, you know, but that was cool because you could lift that car up and spin it 360 degrees on that cylinder if you had a need to. Grandpa got these, I think that was like the top catwalk to some kind of railroad train car. I'm sorry if it's dark. I should look for more light switches. I know these GoPros don't like low light. Here's a switch. That's the same trash can we had. There we go. Same trash can we had. I think my dad must have painted that on there way back in the day. You know, that's kind of fun to see again. I mentioned when I got the signpost out that I saw they had updated windows, and that's certainly true. It's quite nice in here. Man, this place looks small now that I'm in here. My goodness, it looks small. I put in a paint booth I bought from a Chevy dealership that was no longer painting cars. I actually worked for them, and that was the Chevy dealership in a nearby town that once Grandpa sold the gas station where we just were, then he went to be the service advisor. You've seen his, in my little shed at home, you've seen his name. It says service advisor on a homemade sign kind of thing hanging on my wall. So he was that. My dad went to GM body school, and so he was working in that dealership body department there. And then they both quit that, and Grandpa built this shop, and they both worked in here. Water mains in the same spot. Looks like they need to redo their hose there a little bit. I had some benches here and stuff, and then somewhere in here Grandpa built kind of a bump out, kind of a fake wall or an added wall of this material, and just hid stuff back there. My air compressor was back here. They don't have one obviously anymore. This tube heater I bought just before I moved out. So the next guy that was in here had it installed, and then now they still do. Grandpa also had a wood-burning stove here. He always had a gas-fired heater hanging in that corner, and that was the main heat. And then he had a wood stove going through the ceiling. We were just talking about that this morning. He wouldn't want to cut wood, but if he got a hold of old lumber or something to burn, he would stick the end of it in the little, it was just a little box stove, and get a fire going, and he'd have, you know, maybe a 10 or 12 foot stick of lumber sticking out the front of the stove with this end on a bucket or whatever to keep it level, and he'd just feed that thing in throughout the day. This is all a little bit different. We had the stairs going up. I built, this is all loft above the offices there. I built another loft coming here about to this post, so I could have a little more storage when doing restorations. If you've ever done one, you know you need about a 3-car garage space for one car. You know, all the parts, the frame, the body parts, everything, the shelves you need. But it seems to me this was kind of walled off or something. Stand back here, look at the groovy stone flag linoleum. That's the same. Water heater's different. But, yeah, I mean, same old thing. Now, I think I had to change a water heater out. The one that was in here for years and years and years, someone had gotten a hold of a lady's eyes and lips stickers. Like they were huge, like the eyes were, I don't know, 4 or 5 foot long. So just the eyes and lips were stuck on there. Then I think an STP sticker was also on there too. I don't really know if there's light up here. Yeah, same old rickety farmhouse steps. Looks like we've done some re-insulating up here. The old spare siding or roofing is still hanging there. That was there forever. Same old place. There was always the rest of the apparatus for that pneumatic lift down there. And then this piping. I don't know if you can see all this. I apologize if you can't. There's some fluorescent lights, but you need a cord. This is for one of those 70s or 80s era solar panels that they used to get heat off of. Never got used. I really don't know that it worked. Just a look at the shop. And up across here, this has all been repainted, of course. This is just old 70s era paneling. Up across the top, Grandpa always had a bunch of car posters and whatnot. Now, I know this is going to get a little dim. I can try to help with my phone light, but yeah, not much is working. So this was just kind of parts room. Hey, I'm going to grab all my letters. I see that on that old rack there that I use for batteries or whatever. This had three walls of shelving in here, all full of oil filters and air filters and whatnot, parts, battery cables, belts. Got an old Midway Chevrolet key hanger. Also noticed a Walker muffler key hanger. I should call the guy and ask if, I don't have any tools anyway, but there's the old fridge, the old Westinghouse. That thing was here my entire childhood, and well, I think she's hermetically sealed. Old brochure thing, still there. I remember the bookends. Same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna grab those because obviously they don't need them. All these stickers I stuck on there. Magnets. Then this was the oil room. We had long shelves just on one side, and that was our stock of oil products, cases of oil and whatnot. I don't remember what hung on the pegs anymore or anything. Same groovy stone flag. And then Grandpa got the the high-class stone flags in the office. My lights didn't work. And I don't remember what this switch is. Good old nap it. I've got that same, let me see if, yeah, you're kind of seeing, it's going to be grainy. Let me get the phone out here. Got that same light switch at home. There's Grandpa's desk. Same one I use, same desk lamp is still here. Guess I didn't feel like I'd need it. It's a good desk. Does it still have a clear top? No, it always had a clear top on it so you could stick. Grandpa always had kind of funny cartoon-like jokes on it and so forth. So, well, do I have a fireman wanting to see what's going on here? I don't know. Well, guys, it's sure been fun kind of looking around, walking down memory lane here at the old shop I grew up in. This is where it all began for me, my love of old cars. And I know it has no meaning or purpose for you, but I'm just really glad to see it's really being taken care of and used yet. So I'm gonna walk around, maybe snap a few pictures, and then I will meet you back at my house and I'll show you a couple things I want to show you that I've dug up at Grandpa's gas station. So, see you in a bit. Alright, as promised, I'll show you a couple more things. Now really the only things worth saving from this time were big old hammerhead, you know, you might as well, I guess. And then the 58 dime, which is good. I mean, it's silver and so forth. Then one of the times I found this Watkins Cream Air hair creamer for men with the old car graphic on there. Just kind of funny in my opinion. But my favorite thing I have found there, and I forget, I looked it up at the time, what year exactly, and I'm not seeing it right now. But I think it runs in my mind like 1936, 38, something like that. This is a chauffeur's license for Kansas, and it's got the guy's number, 72309. I don't know if I could trace it any more than that to see who he was, who he was assigned to, who he was working for. I assume there was a pin or something on it. But yeah, cool old badge from the 30s for a chauffeur. Stop to fuel up, I suppose. So I love finding things like that, even more than coins. Little bit of history. So you can see it's got a sunflower background there, so that's pretty cool. Hey guys, I really appreciate you coming along, showing you a little bit of my family history, where I come from, why my interest and involvement in cars, and I just appreciate it. God bless you. See you on the next one. I think that one drowned. Uh-oh. What happens when they ring sink? What does that mean? They filled up with oil. It's gonna squish across the table.